Alright, so I'm hoping what you get out of this is that we can actually like work on some bass clarinet stuff because you've kind of gotten stuck with the clarinets. So it doesn't really help you out a whole lot because it's a lot different than what we're doing. First off, can you kind of come up with anything that like is really different from clarinet that we do on bass clarinet? Like anything from like technique to air, anything like that?
I think you have to put a lot more air into it.
Yeah, it's a lot more air. What kind of air is it? Is it like what would you describe the temperature and how fast is it and all that?
Warm, fast air.
Yeah, it's warm for ours. The clarinets are weird in that you're supposed to blow cold air with clarinet. So you actually want warm air with the bass, and that can throw a lot of people off, but that really does make a difference. So, keeping that in mind, just make sure that you're always using a lot of hot air, because otherwise that's how you get all the squeaking sounds that sound like a duck and everythelse. So yeah, so basically we're gonna skip that one up, because that doesn't really help us. G is a terrible note on our clarinet, on the bass clarinet, so yeah, you always want to tune to like C or your G down here, but never really open G, because it's always going to be sharp if you're in tuning actually, so it's weird. So we're going to do exercise 1A starting off, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I will play with you the first time, and then the second time I'll just have you go.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. That's another thing. Not different from clarinet though. You still need a wet reed. Do you not have a screw for your
Yeah,
it
didn't. I got it from the school and it didn't have one.
Oh, it didn't have one?
Yeah.
That
bass
sucks.
clarinet screwed up. And the other one, the other bass clarinet, like snapped in half, like right here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how.
That's awful. So yours is a single. It's a single piece. That's interesting. Yeah. Mine comes apart.
Yeah, that's how the other one is, and it like broke like right above it. So it
was
weird.
Oh, that stinks.
We put duct tape on it for a while. That didn't work.
Really? Duct tape's supposed to fix everything.
That didn't work.
Okay. Exercise 1A. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just try this. Just play a C. Maybe it's just a reissue. Hopefully it's not this.
Yeah.
Because that's really going to affect your tuning, since it won't stay there, which kind of sucks.
Oh, you're fine. Just like let me go. I don't know what's wrong.
Another thing it might be is that, did yours not come with a peg either?
It did, but it keeps getting stuck inside of it. Like it will not.
Oh, it won't come out? That stinks. That just makes your job a lot harder.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that again. Just a C. 5, 6, 7, breathe, play. Try tonguing it. I bet that's it. Just try tonguing it. Here, let me try. Let's fix this. If you just want to take your mouthpiece off, and then or figure out what this is. Has it ever done this before?
No.
So the peg gets stuck in the bell whenever you attach it.
Yeah.
That is weird. This could be the issue, actually. also really sharp because it won't stay. Yeah. Okay. That stinks. Okay. So what you may have to do, are you just putting the bell on the floor right now?
No, I'm putting it on my foot.
You are putting it on your foot. Okay, I was going to say, try putting it on your foot. But since you're doing that, I would say this is definitely the issue. If this doesn't... I'm just going to have you play mine for now.
Okay.
Because you're going to get a lot more benefit out of that.
Okay.
Than trying to play with an instrument that won't work for you. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be a little tall. So, do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
And then...
Whoops.
So, how was your weekend? Did you do anything exciting?
Not really.
Not really?
It's pretty boring.
You guys don't have TCAPs yet, right?
No, we start them after spring break.
Oh, that stinks. We have TCAPs at my high school right now, but I don't have to take them anymore because I'm a junior.
Oh.
So I get to sleep in for half the day, so I only have to come in for 2 classes. School starts for me this week at 12:15 every day. Yeah, it's awesome.
Jeez. That's not...
All right. So go ahead and just play something on that and try and get it. All right, cool. So just make sure the air is nice and supported. I think you could use a little bit more air. Okay, 1A, finally. After 7 minutes.
Wow, that...
Okay. All right, 1A. 5, 6, ready, breathe, play. Very good. Let's just try that last sequence there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. All right. So we're gonna do exercise 1C as well. So with that, that first note is really nasty on bass clarinet.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're in tune, well, generally for me, it's about 20 sharp if I don't do anything about it.
Oh my gosh.
So what you want to do is think about lowering your pitch whenever you play that note, and you do that by kind of dropping your jaw and being a little bit more relaxed, and then the pitch dips down, and then it's actually in tune. So C and B are both going to be very sharp. And then same thing with your throat tones here. So if you have to have you tried anything out with like putting your right hand down whenever you play like A and G sharp or G or anything? Okay, maybe I would try that, and that will lower the pitch and actually help it get more in tune. All right, so 1C, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whoops.
with the register key. All right, 1C, 5, 6, 7, 8. was actually pretty good getting it in tune. Let me see. I don't know if this piano is actually in tune or not. All right, play your C there. The higher one. Sorry. Yeah. Let's try that again. No, actually, this is the same code down. So, yours is a little high, so try dropping your jaw down a little bit more. Let's try that again. Can I hear your G?
Upper G?
This G. With, yeah, the lower one, sorry. Here, try this. Good. All right. So yeah, really the biggest thing is air support, and that'll keep your sound up. So just nice and fast air. So that's actually going to be our last kind of thing in this warm-up sequence. Here. Just don't want to break your reed, so you just have to turn that a little bit. Okay. So we're just going to do a little bit of breathing. I'm sure you're probably tired of this by now. But hopefully we can get you kind of lightheaded. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go kind of down decreasing order. So we're gonna start out with 4 counts in, and then 4 out, and then 3 in and 3 out, 2 in and 2 out, and then 1 in and 1 out. All right. Cool. So we'll start out with 4. So make sure you get that kind of nice low sound. And make sure you take up all 4 counts as well. That's the other thing. All right. 5, 6, ready, breathe. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, now, and 3. In, 2, 3, out. 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out. Ready, 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. 1, 2. Ready, 1. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. All right. Does that feel kind of make you a little dizzy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right, that's good. That means you're breathing correctly. But we don't want to do it to where you pass out. Okay. So, and I would suggest having your mouthpiece, that moves around a lot, having it flat instead of like that, and that'll help too. All right. So first off, we're gonna work on Medal of Freedom for just a little bit. So we're gonna work on the trio section of the march. Do you know where that would be located out of this piece? Okay, so the trio in every march is basically when the majority of the band kind of drops out, where it gets extremely quiet, and then it's just a couple of instruments playing. So where in the song is it just kind of us and a few other people playing?
Guess, I don't know, like 45.
Exactly.
Yes.
45 exactly. Yeah, 41 is the lead up to it. And then, yeah, 45 is where it goes to. And then where does it end at?
77.
Yes, yeah, 76 is the last measure. Yeah, exactly. So that's the part that we're going to work on, just making sure that we get it in the correct style. Now, unless the conductor ends up saying otherwise, whenever we're talking about march, generally I think of something a little bit more bouncy. So we don't want this all to be legato. We want to make sure it's nice and kind of marcato, which is basically just bouncy. You kind of want to put some more emphasis on the note, but it's not like a bona fide accent. So you still want it to be full value, but it's a little shorter. That kind of is contradictory, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you don't want it to like be like super short, like da 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 da. So more of a da 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 da. Okay, so let's just start at 45, and we'll go to 53 for now. Paying attention to kind of that style of it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, good, yeah. Move it a little farther, that's okay. It sounds very good. It seems like you're tonguing very lightly, or not at all. Are you like tonguing or
lightly? I guess.
Okay, yeah. So I tongue just slightly harder. That's part of the style or whatever. You want the front end to be not really heavy, but you want to put more emphasis on it. My music teacher likes to do like all these conducting styles with us or whatever, and one of them is kind of like a flick. So you don't want so much like a little like a tap, like you're poking it. That's not really what we're going for. We don't want to be like super like annoying, like mom. What we're going for is kind of like the flick of a paintbrush. So you're wanting kind of like da 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 kind of thing. So try and tongue a little bit more, and that'll really help out too, and make sure that you're doing the slurs.
Oh.
I think you tongued out.
Whoops. So
just make sure it's da da da. 1, 2, and 1, 2. All right. These numbers are so small. 45. That's gonna be weird having a peg since you're not used to it.
It is. It's like, oh my gosh, it's weird.
All right. 45. 1, 2, ready, go. Very good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's much better. That's very good with the style. It's kind of hard because they actually haven't specified how they want it to be played. They haven't said anything yet. So I would just go with that for now. And I think that's kind of what the bassoons are doing too.
Yeah.
So we can match them for now, unless something changes. In that case, just forget everything that I just said. Cool. So we stopped at 61. So let's run 61 to 77. Let's see. Let's just play it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'll hear it in a sec. All right, 61 to 77. 1, 2, ready, play. Very good. I really like that bass line. That's a really, really good job of that. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention a while ago whenever we were doing this other section, make sure that you bring out like the notes in 49 and 50. Why would we do that?
I don't know.
So think about what key we're in, and then think about those notes. Do those belong?
Not further down.
Exactly, they don't. That's why they're called accidentals. So you want to make sure that we really kind of emphasize those just slightly more than the other ones. Like we don't have to play them like super loud, but we want to make sure that it can be heard because it's very important because it's going out of the key. Roland Barrett is taking us somewhere else for just a couple of measures, and then we go right back to where we were. So just emphasize those. Yeah, that's very good. Let's see. So let's run that from 41 now to 77. All right. And really exaggerate this decrescendo to the piano, because right before that, well, it doesn't really say it, but we're at least at mezzo forte, so we want to make sure that that's very obvious. All right, so 41 to, what did I say? 77?
I think so.
Let's just go to 61. I don't have to play all that. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. Yeah, that's very good. And then this last section was fine too. Yeah, very good on that one. I think we're done with that for now. How am I doing on time? We started very late, so we may have to shorten a little bit. By us, I mean it's not because of our issues with instruments, just it took forever to take attendance and everything else. So that's not your fault. Okay, so now with Jody, we're just going to work on this for a little bit. So we're going to work on the beginning, and then we're going to work on the measures 66 through 78. So kind of the theme that just goes along with the bass line. I think it's like just us and the bassoons and perhaps the tubas. So, yeah, so we're just going to play from, what does that measure, 5 to whatever that is. I'm too lazy to count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 to 10. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I should put another chair here. Sorry.
Oh, I like the floor.
It's probably cooler. It's really hot in here. Alright, so yeah, just measure 5 to measure 10 on that. And so what we're wanting from this, since it's just like us and the bassoons, so it's all the low reeds, we really want a nice kind of low, dark woodwind sound for Jody. So let's just try that at a nice forte. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Very good. So let's take a look at measure 5, 6. So for measure 6, can I just hear you play that? So just the F, G, F. Let's try that again. Alright, give that a much stronger tongue on that, if you could. There we go, yeah. And you added a lot more air too, so that really filled up the tube. That's very good. That's a good bass cornet sound. So for measure 5, 6, 7, 8, for measure 10, whenever we're on our D with the bassoons, we want to make sure it's not written in, but we should be doing a decrescendo. So, do you have a pencil with you right now, or did you leave it in the room?
No.
Alright, that's fine. During fall ensemble, we'll write that in with your music, and then just make sure we do that because it's leading in to something else. So we want to make sure that we're not in the way because whole notes are really boring.
Yeah.
So generally, the blacker the note, the more important it is. So we want to try to stick with that. So let's try that again with with that air support that you just did, from 5 to 10, with the decrescendo. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Let's just try that decrescendo one more time. Actually, let's start and measure 9 and then go to the decrescendo. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Cool. So next we're going to take a look at 66 and 78. So it's kind of that same statement, but now all the brass are actually joining in on us with it. And it's much louder now too, and it's the end of the song. What's the other kind of difference besides that? Like, how's it notated differently, would you say? Okay, that's okay. So what I've noticed, what the conductors are doing, even though it has the same tempo marking at the beginning and down here at 84, they're taking it quite a bit slower. So it's much more kind of grandiose and dramatic. So we want to make sure that we're really nice and strong on it, but not like blasty either.
Yeah.
So just make sure it's a nice strong bass clarinet sound. Because there's only 2 of us, so we gotta make sure we have it count. All right. So for now, let's just take it from 66 to right here. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Cool. So whenever we're going up this kind of scale here, what do you think we should do with that? What should we do with our dynamics differently than what we're doing here? We should crescendo into that. Yeah, exactly. Because, well, I mean, it's quarter notes, so instead of us playing like the half notes kind of before that, which are kind of a little boring, we need to bring this part out because it's the moving line there. And then this part, like it's 69, and the 3 measures after that, we need to really bring that out because that's also very important.
Okay.
So let's try that again with the crescendo into 69.
So we're gonna play to 69 or?
Yeah. So we'll just stop at 70,
Okay.
so that you can kind of get the build up into it. So 66 to 70. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Yeah. That's exactly what we're going for. Very cool. So, let's try going from 69 now to 78.
About 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. With the pianissimo in there. All right. Oh my gosh, where did I say again? 69 to 78? Okay,
yeah.
sorry. 69 to 78. Really bring out this moving line here.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now grow. Now back down. There we go. Yeah. No, that's fine. Cool. So maybe grow to like B flat, just like maybe not quite a mezzo forte, maybe like a mezzo forte minus, and then go back down into this. Cool. Very good. Very good on that, Max. You're doing a really good job. Okay, Madiba. This won't take long. So we're just going to take a look at the beginning, and that should be fine for now. We'll work on that another time. So I was talking earlier during our warm-up about how C's a really bad note, and now we have to hold it at the very beginning for a very long time at mezzo piano. So not only is it quiet, but it's also generally very sharp. So you want to make sure that you're dropping the pitch a lot. So let's just hear that note. Very good. Let me give you a reference that isn't very helpful. Let me think about this. Here's our octave. Your F again. Sorry, your G. Speaking of concert pitches. G down here.
Okay.
Sorry. Right. We could probably pull you out just a little bit. I'd say just because we've gotten started out. You do.
I was like, okay.
So maybe a little bit more than that. Keep going. Let's try that out. All right. Go ahead and try that again. Yeah. There we go. Let's try that with your C now. Yeah, that's better. So just try and let's and I'll do the same thing too. We're gonna try and match each other on that because that's a very hard note.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get in tune. Yeah. So let's see. Simple gifts. Maybe not. No, we've got a little bit of time left. Okay. So for simple gifts, let's take a look at the beginning here really quick. So, what would you say is important about this as far as how it's notated? Like if there's one thing that kind of defines the style of this piece, what do you think it would be? Like what tells us how we should play this piece? It kind of starts in the very beginning here. There's not really a wrong answer. I just want to know what your opinion is. That's all. It could be a lot of different things.
Like the accents on all the notes. It's very.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. What were you gonna say? It's very.
I don't know.
No. Finish.
I can't describe it now.
Okay. So maybe let's try and play it, and then maybe we can come up with something. So let's just go from the beginning to 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, how would you say that you're playing both the half notes and the quarter notes in the moment? Like, would you say is it accented, or is it like a legato, or what would you call it? What's it closer to? You think it's closer to legato right now, what you're doing right now?
I don't.
You don't know?
Not really know.
Okay, pick one, and then we'll see.
I don't. Legato, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, you're playing very connected. So make sure that you're playing the accents. So it's more of a ta, not a da. Okay. All right. This is the last thing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do, da, 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 do, da, do, da, da. Very good. Yeah, exactly. All right. Good job today. You're doing really, really well. I'm very impressed. You sound very good. And you're 7th grade? Is that right? You are an 8th. That's weird. The sheet has you down as a 7th grader. Are you going to Fossil next year?
Yes.
Awesome.
Your brother is too. Pretty sure at least.
Yeah.
I assume he is.
Awesome. All right. I will let you play that for tonight because your instrument's being mean.
I mean, I could try to like.
No, it's not gonna work.
Sure?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah. All right. This is yours. Sorry. It's about stuff you played it. Picked up my foot at the last moment. Okay.